Alright, I'm going to head on up the hill to the lake and see if we can't catch some fish. We'll give it a shot. I got plenty for dinner tonight in case we don't catch anything, but I'd kind of like to. Got camp all set up. It's pretty windy up here. It's pretty windy down here, I should say. But this is by far the calmest spot in the area. Wind's howling up farther up the hill and down the valley there. Pretty place out here. Kind of, we're right down in the river bottom here. That's part of the gorge or the bluffs on the other side over there. It's kind of nice. There's another lake on the other side of that hill, that tall ridge there, that we like to fish on. But today we're just gonna go see if we can't get some. We'll go see if we can't get some bluegills out of the lake up here. Probably won't have any for dinner, but if I have any luck tonight, I guess what I would do is go back up in the morning and that would make that my lunch, because I'll be a little bit more rested. I'm pretty much exhausted today, so all I'm planning on doing is doing a little relaxing. We'll go up the hill, do a little fishing, come back down, build a fire, cook dinner, and then maybe sit around, poke the fire a while, and then I'm gonna read and go to bed. Maybe sleep in the morning. Who knows? Yeah, the wind's not in our favor on this side of the lake, so we're gonna wander on down the trail and see if we can get a better vantage point over there somewhere. Sure is pretty though. All that light there. Sun shining down on it through the haze, and the trail's pretty well worn now. Looks like it's getting some traffic right through here. This is I don't know if you can tell from the blue blazes up there. This is the North Country Trail. North Country Scenic Trail, part of it. I've hiked a couple of sections of it here in Michigan. I'd like to go up and do the one through the Pictured Rocks area around Lake Superior. And I've hiked it in Pennsylvania. And I think this fall, when my wife and I go to visit friends in New Hampshire, I'm going to try to see how close we are to maybe find a section of the trail there. Either the North Country Trail or I know the Appalachian Trail runs up through New England too. And kind of breezy. That's probably throwing off my microphone there. But just getting some footage here. On the way to the lake to do a little bit of fishing. Hopefully the wind doesn't kill us. Thinking the wind might work in my favor just a little bit here. I'm down at the dam, not quite around to where I can cast into that flooded timber, but I'm gonna give this a shot anyways, because it's flooded down that ravine, and so getting across there would mean walking across that mushy dam, and I don't feel like sinking in and being by myself out here today, wondering when somebody's gonna come and pull me out of the muck. So I think we'll just we'll cast right here and just see what happens. Kind of finish out the day before we go back and make dinner. We'll expand out the Shakespeare expandable here. Get a little bait on. I'm just gonna set that right over there. Now I use a clear bobber this time of year just because kind of like with anything else, like with hunting or well, with hunting, fishing, stealth is kind of a good thing. I don't like where that went, so we'll cast it. I'm gonna put it in another spot. One thing I've learned from fishing with impatient kids, if I've learned anything at all, and I have, my daughter has taught me this. She catches a lot of fish, not because she knows exactly what she's doing or anything. It comes down to the fact that she doesn't sit and wait around too long for the fish to bite. If they don't bite, she's moving on. I see some rings out there, some ripples. Something's feeding. Could be the wind, I don't know. We'll see what happens here. See if we get any hungry fish out there. No, we didn't have a whole lot of luck fishing, obviously. Didn't spend a whole lot of time here either, so tomorrow, if we have the time, and I think we will, we're going to go fish off that down tree there that's sticking out in the water. That'll give us a nice place to sit. Right now, we're going to head back to camp. The sun's fixing to set over there in a little while. It won't be too much longer. Going to go make a little dinner. A little Italian tonight. Going to have Mountain House lasagna, which obviously is easy enough. I've said that enough times. 2 cups of water, boiling water, and let her sit, and you're done. And I think it's pretty good lasagna, to be honest with you. And I'm particular about my Italian. I'm going to do the mushroom caps tonight. The portobello mushroom caps. Going to cook a couple of those and see how they turn out. Maybe try them a couple different ways. I don't know. Maybe I'll do them both the same. We'll figure it all out. We got to get back to camp and build a fire. That's the next step. Plan to do here is burn a lot of these little sticks, get a nice coal going, and then start working on dinner. As tired as I am, I don't think I'll be up much past dinner tonight. Well, I was kind of waiting for the fire to build up a bed of coals there. I'm going to throw a few more of the small logs down. I don't want to get it too big because if it gets out of hand back here, we're in trouble. I'm in trouble anyways. And I'm surrounded by leaves here. And I really just want to have a fire and get some food cooked here. Night's falling. It's going to be dark here pretty soon, so I'm all ready to settle in. I mean, as soon as I get done eating dinner, I'm going to lay in here, do a little bit of reading. Okay, I kind of hoped to cook dinner before it got too dark so I could show the process here. Some other time, if this works out and it's good, like I think it's going to be, I'll kind of walk you through the process and do a video like I did on the onion soup. But what I did pretty much is, you see those 2 portobello mushroom caps, laid them out on that piece of aluminum foil. Then I took, you see, these are the carry-all bottles. You can get a package of them. They come in assorted bottles in a single package. You can get them at Walmart or wherever Coughlin's makes them. Put a little bit of the oil on there, on the outside of the mushroom. That's the underside that you're looking at there. Made sure the outside was oiled up really good. Then I put garlic powder and a little bit of Parmesan on the aluminum foil, and then I put them down, upside down like that. And then I put butter, Parmesan, and garlic powder on the inside. And that's what's all in here. So I got oil there, and the oil in the big container there, the big bottle. There we go. Oil in the big bottle. Then that bottle is, that's garlic powder, and then I had Parmesan and butter, and those 2 little cup looking things, and those all came in the same package. But anyway, I'm going to give it a try here and see what it tastes like. This, I'm having this with the, let's see, I had to reach down for my utensils, but I'm having this with the Mountain House lasagna, which I think is pretty good for the, as far as these MRE type meals, the freeze-dried stuff. We're gonna see what I can come up with here. I can't hold on to the camera and eat at the same time, so I guess, since I can't hold on to the camera and eat and talk all at the same time. I'm going to just kind of point the camera down here a little bit. There's my hand. You can see that. Not much. Of course, this is the Mountain House lasagna that's all over my fork. And move this down a little bit farther on here because I got a hole in my tin foil. Oh boy. See if that caused any problem. Yeah, some of that burned through on my... This is off-brand tin foil. Let's see what happened with this one. Is it cleaner? Yeah, the one on this side is even better. It didn't get burned through. So we're going to try that first. This is the one we're going to taste first. And I'm not going to do it with my... I'm going to use my hand because I don't want to get the lasagna taste in there too much. Okay. It's a mushroom, but it tastes like a smoky piece of steak. Tastes like a piece of steak that's been grilled. I could live on these things, honestly. Portobello mushrooms. Haven't always been a regular part of my diet. My everyday food. You can bet that they will be in the future. Now for a little bit of the Mountain House lasagna, just like Mom used to boil. It's as good as I remember it. I mean, it's got meat or a meat substitute or something in there, and it tastes like meat. It tastes like meaty lasagna. So I can live with it. Now, between this and the portobellos, pretty good meal. Actually, an excellent meal. There's enough here for two. I guess if there was somebody else here, I'd share those portobello mushrooms with them. But I guess time to eat dinner. I'm gonna wash up, settle in, do a little reading. I'm gonna let my fire die out. Well, I don't know if you could hear it over the sound of the wind, but I'm doing a little turkey scouting from my hammock here this morning. There's gobblers all over the place out here. It's freaking awesome. Kind of like being on the farm, but instead of waking up to a rooster, you're waking up to a gobbler. It's kind of cool. You're coming from the top of that ridge on the other side of the river. Along that ridge, maybe not on top of it. I think there's one roosted, or there was one roosted downstream from me here, but they're within a couple hundred yards. I camped right within a couple hundred yards of them, so this place is just infested with turkeys out here. My season doesn't start for a few weeks, but when it starts, I know right where I'm going to be. I sat here and listened to them fly up last night. Listened to them gobble on the roost. Today's been sleeping day. I have no idea what time it is. I'm going to sleep in for a little while. Get a little bit of rest and see how I feel. And I'll talk about your lazy day. It's 10 o'clock and I haven't gotten out of bed yet other than to go pee a couple of times. It's pretty windy and, I'm tired. Get some rest. I believe you're feeling good today. Got a little bit of coffee on. Maybe that'll boost my spirits a little bit. Who knows? Maybe that'll wake me up some. But decided not to build a fire because now the the wind's whipping even right here in this draw where I've made camp. It's pretty sheltered up until about a couple hours ago, hour or two ago. It's not a real cold wind, so I mean I'm pretty comfortable sleeping here, resting here. Been doing a little reading, working on my journal a little bit, but other than that, I'm gonna have some coffee, and yeah, it's gonna be a breakfast sort of on the go. I got some pulled pork jerky that I'm gonna try. Never had it before, but sounded like it might be good. I just gotta find it here. Got all my mess piled up on top of my pack, trying to keep everything dry here in case it rains. I don't think it's going to, but then again, we went from sunny to overcast here in no time flat, so never know. Could see some rain here today. I know there was some in the forecast for last night, and we didn't get, maybe just a few sprinkles. I heard some sprinkles hitting the tarp last night, but we didn't get much of anything. And yeah, who knows? Maybe it'll hit us today, or maybe it'll just pass us by. Maybe we won't get any rain, but oh well. Still a nice night out. A nice spot. I normally wouldn't recommend camping halfway down this hill like this, because one, you got to go uphill to get firewood, or downhill and then come back uphill. You know, there's no escaping going uphill. I mean, it makes work even harder. But that's about the gist of what's going on right now. Making a little coffee. Gonna have some coffee and some pulled pork jerky and some of this stuff right here. My kids really like this Nutella, and to be honest with you, I've never eaten it. I'm gonna give it a try, because this is one of those to-go packs. It wasn't real cheap. It's kind of expensive actually, but gonna give that a try to go with my breakfast, with my coffee and my pulled pork jerky. I'm gonna get ready to go do a little fishing, and then hike back out of here this afternoon to meet the wife. I'm gonna be at the trailhead this afternoon about 3:30, 4 o'clock, so I'll meet her out there, and I'll probably be a little bit late, but that's alright. She's gotten used to it. Well, it turned out to be a pretty nice weekend. I just hiked up out of the river bottom with my pack here, and boy, I didn't pack light this weekend, I'll tell you that much. There's the lake. The wind has calmed a bit, and I'd like to fish that, but wife and I are supposed to meet some family today, so I'll put fishing it off to another day. But on my way out, good overnighter, good food, good night's sleep, and then I kind of just laid around camp all day. Good day just hanging around in camp. In fact, it was kind of windy and cloudy all day today. The sun's coming out now, but made for a really nice day, just kind of sitting around and taking stock, doing a little bit of reading, writing in my journal some. You gotta do that every now and then, and today was that day for me.